Come to your neighborhood, though. Go to your neighborhood. We want to see you walk around Queens. Go walk around Queens, man.
Young Buck has issued a direct challenge to 50 Cent, demanding he walk through Queens without security after the GUnit mogul targeted him with a brutal AI-generated meme on his own birthday. What exactly did 50 post that pushed Buck to this breaking point? And has Buck just reignited an 18-year conflict he has no realistic chance of winning? Let's examine the full story.
What's up, OG? What's up? Yes, sir. Hey, you got DC1. You did, like, come where you from, homie. You know what I'm saying?
During the weekend of March 14th and 15th, 2026, marking Young Buck's 45th birthday, David Darnell Brown, the Nashville veteran who once stood as one of the founding pillars of GUnit during their complete dominance of the rap industry, was simply enjoying his milestone in peace. There was no indication of conflict with anyone. The rapper was hosting what he described as a rodeo birthday celebration at his locker room Nashville saloon venue, complete with horses, Western aesthetics, and authentic Southern atmosphere. Beyond the party itself, he shared numerous clips to his Instagram account. The footage was relaxed and genuine. Buck riding horseback through his neighborhood, engaging with local residents, exchanging handshakes with longtime associates, and showing appreciation to those who have supported him throughout his career. There were no provocations, no indirect references, no subliminal messages of any kind. Simply a man marking another year of life surrounded by those who matter most to him.
The gimmick is up, homie. We all looking at you. What's up, OG? How you doing, baby? I'm good, man.
The footage speaks for itself. Here was a man moving through his neighborhood on his special day, genuinely embraced by his community. No tension, no underlying conflict, just authentic appreciation from the streets. Longtime residents showing respect. Neighbors approaching with handshakes and embraces. This is what genuine rootedness in one's community looks like. And it was evident that Buck was savoring every moment of that experience.
I'm out here with them real riders, man. There it is, baby. Real riders, man. There it is, baby. Really do this.
At this juncture in his live stream, Buck remained fully immersed in celebration mode, acknowledging elders, showing appreciation, maintaining authenticity with his people. There was absolutely no drama present. No reference to 50 Cent, no mention of GUnit, nothing of that nature. Just a man expressing gratitude for reaching 45 and wanting the world to witness how his community regarded him. However, that atmosphere was about to shift dramatically because someone else was watching this broadcast as well.
At least I know you ain't looking at my ass. Oh shit. So he puts up a Borilla post and he says, they mad because you're up.
Genuine supporters, real community members, authentic neighborhood connection. That was the essence of the birthday celebration. But while Buck was maintaining his presence in Nashville, 50 Cent was already crafting what would become one of the most disrespectful social media posts in recent memory. This illustrates a fundamental truth about 50 Cent's operational approach. The man functions like a predator sensing vulnerability. It's irrelevant whether you're minding your own business or haven't mentioned his name in months. If 50 identifies an opportunity to generate content using your name, he will capitalize on it without exception. The weapon he deployed was an AI-generated, digitally manipulated parody image styled after the classic 1970s television series, The Dukes of Hazzard. This was no hastily assembled meme. This was a fully realized production, a detailed recreation of that iconic promotional poster featuring the General Lee and the complete cast. 50 had himself digitally inserted as Bo Duke, the show's primary protagonist. Tony Yayo was positioned prominently in the frame beside him. The element that truly ignited social media was Gorilla's sister, Victoria Scarface Woods, known professionally as Borilla, who was digitally superimposed onto Daisy Duke's figure, the iconic character famous for those signature shorts. Additionally, T.I. was cast as Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane, the bumbling law enforcement officer from the series, as 50 has maintained ongoing tension with him as well. The strategic logic is clear. Why target one person when you can strike three simultaneously? That exemplifies the 50 Cent methodology. And Buck, the individual the entire image was fundamentally targeting, was the one being displaced. completely erased from the squad and replaced as though he had never existed. The caption, posted from 50 Cent's account to his millions of followers, read, "They mad because you up. Young Buck kicked out. You in the group? At least I know you ain't looking at my A*****. When DJ Academics observed the post, even he had to pause and acknowledge its severity.
So he takes a jab at Yayo, and apparently Yayo responds. And Yayo responds like this.
Even Academics recognized this represented a different caliber of violation. Because superficially, yes, that caption reads like another signature 50 Cent joke, the type that accumulates 1 million likes before breakfast. But for those who truly understand the history, for those who have followed the developments between these two over the past 18 years, it becomes clear that every word in that caption was loaded with deliberate intention. When 50 stated, "Young Buck kicked out," that wasn't a random reference. That was him reaching back to Buck's contentious public removal from GUnit in 2008, which stemmed from royalty disputes, loyalty questions, and what 50 characterized as irresponsible spending. The phrase, "At least I know you ain't looking at my A*****," was him deploying the same ammunition he's utilized for over a decade, that persistent personal rumor from the 2010s involving Buck and a transgender woman. It's been 50's primary weapon in every round of this conflict since the story first emerged. This wasn't an improvised Instagram joke. This was a calculated, precision-targeted attack designed to strike Buck in the two areas that cause maximum damage: his career legacy and his personal life. That's the 50 Cent strategic playbook, and he's been executing it flawlessly for nearly 2 decades.
Man, this ain't no game. And I just be sitting back and watching, man.
That's precisely what occurred. Buck witnessed that post and responded forcefully, but we'll address that momentarily. First, it's essential to understand how rapidly this situation spread, because even by internet standards, the velocity was remarkable. The blog pages, Academics, Baller Alert, Industry Blitz, Traps and Trunks, all reposted the image to their combined millions of followers within hours. YouTube reaction channels were uploading by sundown, producing videos with titles like 50 Cent trolls Young Buck on his birthday and Young Buck crashes out on 50 Cent. Twitter exploded with memes. The financial status jokes proliferated rapidly. The Hood Challenge debate commenced. And the comment sections across every platform transformed into battlegrounds between those supporting Buck and those laughing alongside 50. Even Borilla herself appeared, seemingly unbothered, apparently pleased to be part of the conversation. The entire situation had immediate traction and showed no signs of deceleration. And just like that, with one strategically timed Instagram post, 50 Cent took a man's 45th birthday, a moment that should have belonged entirely to Buck and his community, and converted it into the opening round of the latest chapter in one of the most one-sided and relentless conflicts in hip-hop history. But Buck, and this point deserves emphasis, was not prepared to accept that disrespect passively. Not this time. Not on his birthday. And his subsequent actions are precisely where this situation escalated dramatically.
I'm gonna manipulate these fans' minds and shit until the bullshit come to an end and that shit catch up with you.
Here's what many people in the comments and blog sections consistently misunderstand about Young Buck. This is not a passive individual. This is not someone who will scroll through his mentions, observe that level of disrespect posted about him on his birthday, and simply let it pass without consequence. That's not Buck's character. Not this representative of Nashville. And to the man's credit, this needs to be stated clearly before proceeding further. He did not capitulate. He did not retreat. He didn't post some vague inspirational message about rising above negativity. What Buck did was exponentially more raw, exponentially more authentic, and rooted in the type of street-certified, community-backed energy that established his identity in the first place. He grabbed his phone, opened Instagram, initiated a live stream, and went directly to the streets. Not a studio, not a penthouse, but directly into the heart of his Nashville neighborhood, surrounded by the veterans and local residents who have supported him since the beginning. Buck was physically present in his neighborhood, walking through the streets, acknowledging longtime residents by their actual names, stopping by Ed's Fish Place as though it were any ordinary day. No security personnel, no handlers, no entourage. Just Buck and the people who have stood in his corner since day one. And from that position, he began his response.
Now you got kids all over you. You can't even do nothing with the man's children. So you want to just start trolling different folks and this and that.
Buck made it abundantly clear from the outset that he hadn't been oblivious to any of this. He had been observing 50's entire trolling campaign unfold in real time. He had been noting every post, every meme, every personal attack, every instance of 50 dragging someone's name through controversy for engagement. He had been exercising restraint through all of it. But not anymore. The birthday post was the final provocation that exhausted his patience.
Come on, man, the gig is up, man. Goddamn, how much trolling and shit you gonna do before you do something?
That moment captured Buck articulating what an increasing number of observers in the culture have been quietly discussing. That 50's entire operation at this point is constructed on narrative control, on shaping public perception through humor, memes, and viral moments. It's essentially elaborate misdirection. Memes instead of music, trolling instead of creating, internet warfare instead of genuine substance. And Buck was stating directly, the facade is failing. People are beginning to see through the performance, and it's only a matter of time before the majority recognizes it as well.
You ain't gonna do a goddamn thing, all that old bluff. Keep that shit up there.
This was a direct reference to 50's ongoing conflict with T.I., whose sons had been publicly confronting 50 on social media. Buck was essentially saying, you have legitimate problems requiring your attention right now. Family matters. Situations where people's children are becoming involved. And instead of addressing those issues like a mature adult, you're on Instagram creating AI memes about me on my birthday? Where are your priorities? Establish order in your own circumstances before attempting to disrupt mine.
Neighborhood, though. Go to your neighborhood. We want to see you walk around Queens. Go walk around Queens, man.
And then Buck followed with something that truly emphasized the core point, that all this internet posturing doesn't translate to anything substantial. Keep that energy up there. Meaning, maintain that energy in New York. Keep it on the internet. Keep it wherever it exists. Because down here in Tennessee, in the authentic streets of Nashville, there's a different standard of reality. And Buck was making it explicitly clear that online aggression doesn't carry equivalent weight when you're standing face to face with people who genuinely know you. And it was at this precise moment that Buck delivered the statement that would ignite every comment section, every group chat, every podcast, and every reaction channel.
Kid, we want to see what your life like. You so goddamn tough.
Go walk around Queens. That challenge completely altered the energy of this entire conflict. 50 had been operating from behind a screen, launching attacks from the comfort of his phone, while Buck was standing on concrete without any security presence. Now, some people have debated whether that challenge is even equitable given 50's level of fame. And yes, logistically, 50 cannot simply stroll through South Jamaica, Queens without causing significant disruption. But that's not the fundamental point. The point was principle. Buck was standing in his neighborhood receiving genuine appreciation from every direction. No barriers, no pretense. And he was stating, this is what it looks like when your community genuinely supports you. Can you claim the same?
Your gig is up, the laughs is over with. Now they see what it really been.
And then Buck concluded the entire response with the statement that carried more significance than most observers probably recognized. It's my birthday and I ain't signed to you no more, and I don't owe you a quarter. I don't owe you a quarter. That was a direct reference to the bankruptcy settlement where Buck paid 50 Cent approximately $200,690 through the Nashville courts, officially clearing the financial obligation that had been hanging over him for a decade. The debt is satisfied. The contract is concluded. The constraints are removed. And you no longer have any leverage over me. Period.
See they and I ain't signed to you no more. Yeah, and I don't owe you a quota.
But if Buck believed for one moment that his live stream response would cause 50 to retreat, he was mistaken. 50 reposted Buck's own footage to his Instagram within hours and attached a caption designed for maximum impact. Oh, look at this punk A asterisk asterisk. We know you like them boys, Buck. Borilla like the girls. That's a better fit around here. Punk, you and your hood because you broke boy. Broke boy. 2 words that spread through the hip-hop internet like a contagion. Every platform, every comment section, every group chat was circulating it within hours. And what made it so devastating, so ruthless, so effective, was how it completely reframed Buck's entire argument. Buck was out there declaring, I walk my hood freely. I'm respected. I'm home. And 50 inverted that entire narrative. He was saying, no, the only reason you walk your hood freely is because you have nowhere else to go. You're not humble, you're trapped. You're not choosing the block is all you have remaining. And that reframing, whether accurate or not, is the type of savage counterplay that has made 50 Cent one of the most formidable names in hip-hop when it comes to public conflict.
In all 50s. Po ass petty nigga. What's going on? Let's go. Where is it? Right here.
Buck clearly wasn't retreating, but 50 had already won the moment on social media. Tony Yayo entered the comments with, "We be in Southside all the time," a direct reference to South Jamaica, Queens, co-signing that GUnit moves wherever they choose. Multiple outlets, Hot New Hip Hop, XXL, Hot 97, captured screenshots before the post was removed. And 50 wasn't finished. He reshared an old clip from Gary with the T about the transgender rumor and added, "No reunion. F asterisk 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 that. Borilla on the next tour. I'll F asterisk 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 around and put him in my new show, The Accomplice. No reunion. No reconciliation. No mercy." The mix is real that amplified Buck's perspective accumulated thousands of likes and hundreds of comments. And the reactions were divided directly down the middle between those defending Buck's authenticity and those referencing his past losses. And it's those losses, that complete, difficult 18-year history, we need to examine now.
How mean close Shy was. Me and Shy were fucking probably closer than me and 50. Him and 50 was, so.
Here's what distinguishes this conflict from every other rap feud imaginable. This isn't some brief social media drama that erupts and gets forgotten by the next news cycle. This isn't subliminal references that get addressed in a radio interview and then everyone moves forward. This goes far deeper than all of that. It didn't originate with a meme. It didn't originate with a diss track released at midnight. And it certainly didn't originate over a horse video on Instagram. This started like most things in hip-hop that end up lasting 2 full decades without resolution. Over money, over contracts, over royalties, over publishing, and most significantly, over what happens when the bond between brothers and the business of the music industry collide directly, and nobody knows how to sort through the wreckage. Young Buck joined GUnit around 2002 to 2003, and by 2004, he released Straight Outta Cashville, which went platinum and put Nashville on the map in hip-hop. But behind the scenes, the foundation was fracturing, starting when 50 Cent and Sha Money XL, the group's manager and architect, had a falling out over money. And Buck was close with Sha Money. Exceptionally close. So when 50 instructed the entire squad to sever ties with Sha Money, Buck found himself in an impossible position, forced to choose between his brother, the man he stood next to at the altar as best man, and his boss, the man who provided him the opportunity of a lifetime. And either choice came with consequences that would follow him for years.
Different than I think 50 was, and I didn't know their situations was that serious to the point where I needed to fire Sha.
Buck didn't even fully comprehend how deep the rift between 50 and Sha Money extended. He simply knew he wasn't going to turn his back on his brother over someone else's conflict. And that decision, that single choice to maintain loyalty, is what set the entire chain of events in motion. That's how the situation developed. While Banks, Lloyd Banks, and 50 were performing shows together, moving as a cohesive unit, Buck was on the outside looking in. He was excluded from group appearances, left to promote his sophomore album, Buck the World, essentially independently. And that isolation began to take its toll. Then the press started sensing vulnerability, asking questions about what was truly happening inside GUnit. And Buck, rather than maintaining the cover story as he had been doing, finally told the truth about the money situation.
It started from 50 not having me on the shows together, so you would see Banks and Yayo and 50 together.
That royalty admission in a 2007 to 2008 interview struck 50 Cent as a personal betrayal, because in 50's worldview, you don't expose the family's internal issues publicly regardless of what's happening behind closed doors. And from that moment forward, it was over. On April 7, 2008, 50 went live on Hot 97 and informed the world that Young Buck was officially finished with GUnit. You can take this as official notice. Cold, clinical, final. No warning, no second chance, no conversation, just terminated. But what occurred 2 months after that announcement, what 50 had been quietly holding as leverage the entire time, is the moment that truly altered the trajectory of Young Buck's career and his public image in a way from which he has never fully recovered.
And it was like, man, I ain't never seen a publishing check. Everything I got come from shows and shit like that.
In June 2008, 50 Cent leaked a private phone call he had secretly recorded approximately a year earlier. 16 minutes of audio he had been preserving, waiting for the optimal moment. And in that recording, you can hear Young Buck, the man who built his entire reputation on being Nashville's hardest representative, completely breaking down, crying, apologizing, pleading not to be removed from the squad. I said things and I'm aware of some of the things that were said, but I don't want you to feel like, from the first seconds, you can hear it. This isn't a performance. This is a man genuinely terrified of losing everything. Buck was telling 50 he physically could not bring himself to diss him. The bond was too deep. And the entire time, the man he was pouring his heart out to was recording every word. And then came the line, the one that's been following Buck like a shadow for 18 consecutive years. The N*******, just want that same family feel like it's always been. Man, I know I'm out of line. That same family feel. Those words right there. That's the line that would haunt Young Buck for the next 18 years of his life. And what makes it even more painful is what 50 said in response on that same call. Because 50 wasn't screaming. He wasn't aggressive. He was calm, almost gentle, playing the role of the concerned big brother. Stay close, sir. That was 50's advice. Stay close so you don't mess up. Sounds like mentorship, right? Sounds like a man looking out for his younger associate. But here's the cold, brutal reality of what actually occurred. 50 recorded that entire conversation, saved the file, and then waited. Waited for the perfect moment to deploy it as a weapon. And when that moment arrived, he released it to the entire world without hesitation.
Literally, I couldn't even make a verse I couldn't write a rap negative in my mind or my train of thought to actually.
When that tape reached the internet, it was over. Finished. Concluded. Blogs and forums immediately labeled it the moment Young Buck's street credibility was destroyed. In the ruthless court of 2008 hip-hop culture, where showing any type of emotional vulnerability was treated like a cardinal sin, where being broke was worse than being dishonest, and where your street image was literally your currency, hearing a so-called gangster rapper sobbing and pleading with his boss on tape was nothing short of a public execution. The comment sections were merciless. The blogs were merciless. The culture was merciless. Buck went from being GUnit's Southern enforcer to the guy who cried to 50 on tape virtually overnight. He responded the very next day with a diss track called Taped Conversation, rapping, "The only people that record conversations is 5-0, a wordplay on 50's name and law enforcement, attempting to reclaim some ground. But the damage was already done, and everyone knew it. You cannot out-rap a leaked tape. The audio spoke louder than any 16 bars ever could. From that point forward, 50 held the upper hand at every single turn. 4 years, Buck remained contractually bound to GUnit Records, unable to release music on his own terms or build any kind of independent momentum. A brief reunion at Summer Jam 2014 had fans excited, the whole squad back on stage together for the first time since 2008, but it collapsed almost immediately with no real reconciliation behind the scenes. Then in 2019, the entire situation took an even more damaging turn when 50 leaked alleged audio of Buck in a transgender encounter and launched a full-scale trolling campaign on Instagram, creating mock GoFundMe pages, removing Buck's music videos from platforms through copyright claims, and posting "Faye wants his ing money" like it was a catchphrase. Buck called for a Versus-style rap battle, put his pen where his mouth was. But 50 never accepted the challenge, and the trolling only intensified. Then came the financial war, one that would play out in courtrooms instead of comment sections. The core of the financial dispute centered around approximately $250,000 that 50 claimed he advanced through a 2014 recording contract for 2 albums that were never delivered. Buck filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2020. GUnit filed a creditor claim, and the entire matter dragged through the Nashville federal courts for years. Accusations of fraud, hidden assets, and catalog ownership flew from both sides. But in July 2025, the courts finalized the settlement. Buck's liquidated estate, everything he had, paid out $200,690 directly to 50 Cent, closing the legal battle once and for all. Every major outlet, Hip Hop DX, Complex, Vice, all ran the same headline: 50 Cent wins financial battle with young Buck. Another loss on Buck's record. Another victory on 50's. And if losing the court case wasn't sufficient, in April 2025, Buck served 30 days in Sarpy County Jail for violating bond conditions on a separate case. The mugshot spread everywhere. 50 was on it within hours, posting the mugshot with, "Damn, how'd that head get like that? Police must have hit him in the head, oh," followed by a gif of Megamind. The man does not miss a single opportunity.
My whole thing is that I don't know what the fuck to.
And that's how we arrive right back where we started. March 2026. Birthday trolling, horse videos, and a conflict that shows zero signs of cooling off. This Buck situation is just one of at least 5 active conflicts 50 Cent is managing right now, alongside T.I., Meek Mill, Papoose, and even boxer Claressa Shields, all run through the same playbook of Instagram memes, AI images, and personal humiliation. The question I'll leave you with is whether any of this is still entertaining. We can laugh at the memes, repost the Dukes of Hazzard image, quote the broke boiling. But on the other side of all those jokes is a real person. Somebody who, for all his faults, once stood shoulder to shoulder with the very man now dedicated to making his life a punchline. Somebody who once called him family on a tape that the entire world heard. And that, depending on your perspective, is either the greatest saga in hip-hop conflict history or the most tragic one we'll ever witness. Share your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.